Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In this video I will show you everything I made during the months of March, April and May. What I did, I mainly did crochet items, but I started with a sewing project. I'm gonna look at my phone so that I don't forget an item. The first thing I started with was an apron that I designed myself, and I was very excited for it, but it turned out a little bit ugly in how it was made. I really want to redo it and sew it properly with my sewing machine and maybe adjust a few things because I really think it's cute, but it could be a lot better. And I also really need to iron it, but since I didn't like it that much, I didn't iron it. I also made a separate video on making this apron, which you can check out if you want to. So that was the first thing I made, and I think it took me about 2 weeks. It was quite quickly because I hand-sewn everything, because I'm too lazy to get out my sewing machine, which is very illogical. I know that it sounds very illogical, but I was just too lazy to set up everything. So I did everything by hand. Then the second thing I made was a crochet project, and this actually was meant to be like a project I did on the side during the evening when I'm watching YouTube and stuff like that. And it actually took me about 5 weeks to do. And it was this 2-piece set. I will link all the patterns in the description, by the way, if I have patterns for them. It was this 2-piece set, and I eventually made everything but without the sleeves because it was just too much work. But I really like how it turned out. I really want to wear this a lot during summer. I like the top a lot, and then I can also wear the matching cardigan if I want to. The only thing I think is a bit weird is that the back of the cardigan, it stands up a little bit, but I can maybe fix that with adding like a little elastic. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear cars passing by because you can always hear it here. And I also forgot to introduce myself. I'm Hippie or Eva, and I mainly post do-it-yourself, crochet and illustration kind of content, so if you enjoy that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And another thing that I forgot to say is I watch a lot of these videos, and usually it's like of 1 month and they make like 6 items or something, and then they're saying, oh, but you don't have to compare to me because I only have a half-time job, and then meanwhile I'm here, I don't even have a job, and I feel like I'm super slow because that 2-piece set alone took me 5 weeks to do, and it was super frustrating. I just want to get it over with. So I didn't do the sleeves, but I still really like how it turned out. I'll probably not crochet with a 3mm hook again in the future, but it's kind of needed for summer, which is really annoying. Another thing I finally finished was these 2 flower pillows. I started these months ago, and then I finally finished them for a how much can I crochet in 12 hours video, which is also on my YouTube channel. And then I finally finished those flower pillows, and I really like how they look. They are so cute. Another thing I made during that video, this is a warning if that friend might be watching, but I made her a gift that's not finished yet, so I haven't been able to give it yet. But I made one glove for my friend. It's also a design that I made myself, a pattern that I made myself, which you can follow in my shorts. And I only did one glove because I started the second glove and I had to do it a few times because I was using the wrong hook, and I only realized when I started editing the how much can I crochet in 12 hours video. So now I'll just finish the second glove another time, and then I'll finally be able to give her her gift. Then the next thing I made, I think it took me about a month to make, so still quite a lot of time, because I've seen videos about people showing what they've made in 1 month, and there were multiple items, and the cardigan was one part of all those items. I know I'm not allowed to compare, but it would be a lot easier if I could be able to do more items. But I think this took me about 4 weeks to do, but I really love the result. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, I just love it so much. It isn't really appropriate for summer because it's quite heavy, it's quite warm, but I just really love how it turned out. I love the frillies, I love the color, they match me so well, I think. Then the next thing I made only took me 1 week, and it's the only knitting project in this video. I don't usually knit, so this was like my second knitting project I did in about 2 years or something, but I really like how it turned out, and I also made a video about this sweater. It was actually a kit that Marzia collabed with We Are Knitters, so I had to test out the kit because I'm a huge fan of Marzia, and it was such a pleasant experience. It only took me 1 week to make this whole sweater. I don't know how I did it so quickly compared to my other items. Maybe I should just knit more because maybe that's just a bit faster to do, but I really love how it turned out. It's a little bit itchy because it's real wool, and my skin doesn't really like itchy wool. Also, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I'm a bit burnt here. I don't need a lot to get burnt. I usually use sunscreen religiously, but this one time I didn't apply it here and now I'm burnt. But okay, enough rambling. The next thing I made is I really hate it. It's like the ugliest thing I think I've ever made. I had a few comments that said that they did like it, but I just want to give like a warning if you have the phobia for holes, because this creation has a lot of holes. And I kind of have that phobia and I'm really freaked out by it, but it's basically a dinosaur nugget. And it could have been so cute, but I think it turned out like really bad and I don't really know how to fix it. One of my friends said that I should stitch down the holes, but I don't really know how to do that. And also the shape is kind of ugly and wobbly. It was supposed to turn out a lot prettier, but I don't know what the problem was because the pattern was so hard for me. It was really complicated. I've never had such a difficult pattern, but on the Etsy account they had a lot of positive reviews, so I am a bit confused. Maybe it's a me problem. But yeah, I was very confused by this pattern. I didn't like it at all. I hate how it turned out, but you know, I also made that dinosaur nugget, and I also have another pattern that I still want to do, but I'm not really that motivated for it since my first dinosaur nugget came out so ugly. And then now we're here. I actually started a wall hanging project, which I will also make a video about, of course. I've done about 1/5 of the project, I think, and it's going quite quickly. I think I'll be able to finish it in about 2 or 3 weeks. And I really love the colors. I designed the graph myself. This is what it's supposed to become. I really enjoyed making the graph and it's 100% my style. I'm really excited to see how it will turn out. The one thing though, this wall hanging is so expensive. I bought like the most expensive wool ever. It's super soft, it's super thick. I think eventually this wall hanging will be maybe even up to 100 euros. So after this I will calm down a little bit with buying yarn, because I bought the wool for the wall hanging, but it turned out to be only enough to do like 1/5 of the wall hanging, so I had to order a lot more, and that was very pricey, and I got a little bit shocked by that. So I think I will not buy yarn for a while, or at least try to. But I'm having so much fun with all these projects. I really hope you enjoyed everything I made. Please leave in the comments what your favorite creation is, and if you want to make it yourself as well, because a lot of these items have patterns that I will list in the description. I also started this. I want to make like a flower cover for a few items. But I started this and I was so bored already, so I just stopped after 1.5 flowers. I really prefer crocheting with multiple colors and doing like an illustration in the project. Maybe also because I'm an illustrator, so I like to combine both. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and also comment your favorite item if you'd like. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a good day or night. Bye bye!